Hey guys, Jess here. In today's video, I'm going to share 5 mindset tips to get you more comfortable stepping outside of your comfort zone. I'm always trying to expand my comfort zone and do things that make me nervous and, a bit scared, but I think it's a good thing to challenge ourselves like that. So I'm gonna get right into these tips for you. So tip number 1 is to realize what is the worst possible outcome that could happen from whatever this thing is that's pushing your comfort zone. And once you realize it's not that bad, you're gonna feel a lot better about doing it. For instance, I am getting on stage in a couple weeks for my first actual public speaking talk. That's wasn't a school presentation, and this is very outside my comfort zone, and I had to go through what is the worst possible case scenario. Worst possible case, I forget my talk, people don't really like it, maybe they don't clap, whatever. I'm sure even in the worst possible case, I can still get through this talk. It's only 20 or 30 minutes, so it's not that long. I'll probably feel really awkward and embarrassed. That might be the worst possible case scenario. The audience isn't even gonna be that large. So I had to go through all these things in my head mentally just to be okay, I can do this. It's not gonna be that bad, even if it turns out awful. There is also all the possibilities of everything that could go right and the amazing outcome that could happen. But honestly, anything that you're doing, as long as you're not gonna die, the outcome is not that bad. You can handle it. And that's not necessarily even gonna say that's what's gonna happen. I really believe that there's gonna be an amazing result for me actually getting on stage and doing my first talk. So yes, that is my first tip for overcoming these situations that make you uncomfortable. So my second mindset tip is there is only one way you're ever gonna grow, and that is to start pushing your comfort zone and expanding it. So anything that you're doing, it's gonna feel really awkward and you're gonna be a bit nervous at the start, but it's the only way to grow, it's the only way to get better, it's the only way to become an expert at something, is just to start really. And eventually it's gonna start to feel easy. This thing that you're so nervous about doing, that's making you scared, that's outside your comfort zone, imagine in a few months or a couple years or however long, that thing is gonna feel so easy to you, and you're gonna wonder how it ever made you nervous and uncomfortable in the first place. So for me, an example would be when I went on my first trip, let's say. I do a lot of things that now feel easy. Actually, no, better example. My first, when I started doing photo shoots. Because now I do them all the time. I work with clients. Photo shoots feel literally so easy to me, and I enjoy them, and I know I'm gonna get that perfect shot. I know the client's gonna be happy with the result. Even if little hiccups happen with camera settings or whatever, I know how to bounce back from it, and it's just an easy process for me. But it did not always used to feel that way. When I started doing photo shoots, I'd be so nervous. I'd be oh, I forget, how do I pose them? I don't have any ideas, I'm drawing a blank. Or I'd be oh my god, I need to change my settings, the photos are too blown out or too dark. And I'd be oh my god, I forget how to do everything that I've been researching and practicing. And I'd feel so nervous, and I'd clam up on set with whoever I was photographing. But I had to just accept that, okay, I'm a beginner and this is how it's gonna be at the start. The only way I'm gonna grow and eventually make this a business and be comfortable shooting and photographing a variety of people is to really just start. And yeah, that is how, I guess that's just how I've always thought. Yeah, just that's really the only way you're gonna grow, is to push yourself. And that's how those things that are once were challenging are gonna become easy. And actually this kind of leads into my third point, and that is that everyone starts as a beginner at some point. Anyone that you admire that's doing something really well had to start and had to suck at the start. So I don't know, you just have to get over that that's part of the process. No one just jumps into being an expert at something. Everyone was a beginner, and all you can do is really just embrace the process and just plow through it, and ignore that this is outside your comfort zone and just do it regardless. My fourth mindset tip is, oh man, I use this one all the time, and this is how I do a lot of weird things sometimes, is I always think, what is worse, living with regret or being uncomfortable in a brief moment? And for me, I never want to live with regret. So I always just think that for even random little things like, oh, should I text this person? I'm interested in this guy. Or I don't know, like, should I apply for that job? Even though it's like little things and you're like, I don't know, I'm a bit nervous to do it. I'm like, you never know what these little decisions are gonna lead to long term. Like, you could, if you avoid talking to someone, it could be the love of your life. You just don't know. Or if you don't apply for a job, or, you know, make a certain connection with someone, that could be your next big career opportunity. So what really is worse? Living with regret and wondering, what if I just, you know, pushed past those fears and stepped outside my comfort zone, and just like did that thing that scared me, or be uncomfortable in that brief moment, even if it doesn't go, even if nothing happens, or it is a little bit awkward or embarrassing, whatever. People forget about that stuff, and you'll forget about it too. And I mean, that's the only way you're gonna experience all these really good things and grow as a person, is to just constantly be flexing and testing out that, like, your resilience, I guess is what I would call it. Okay, so my last tip is you just need to realize that the only people who are going to be judging you when you're doing all these crazy things outside your comfort zone, living on the edge, are people doing less than you. So no one's going to judge you that's also in the arena trying to push past their comfort zone, making bold moves, maybe embarrassing themselves, being brave. It's only the people who are staying small, living life on the sidelines, and observing your life because it's way more interesting than their own life. Those are the only people that are judging you. And I just feel bad for those people, because there's so much more that they could do, and they're choosing not to. They're choosing to just watch you maybe fail, maybe like feel embarrassed, do something a bit weird, but there's just so much more reward for the people that are actually out there doing these big things. So yes, save or like this video if you ever just need that little boost of confidence before you're doing something that really makes you nervous. I mean, I've been there. I'm not judging you. I am cheering you on. So yes, remember that. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't know where the button is. I'm pointing in both directions. But yes, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.